I want to tell you about a professor. She was an intelligent woman, a career built on careful thinking. And one day she got a phone call from a man who said he was with the Drug Enforcement Administration. Her name and her social security number, he told her, had turned up on financial accounts linked to drug trafficking and money laundering. Now stop right there, because what you're expecting next is that he accused her of something. He didn't. He told her she was a victim, that the cartels his agency was investigating had stolen her identity, that none of this was her fault, and that he was going to help her clear her name. Do you feel what just happened? He didn't put her on the defensive. He put himself on her side. He became the only person in the world who understood her situation and who was working to protect her. And then he told her that the cartel, or maybe even the government, might try to seize her assets, and that the safest thing she could do was transfer all her money to the government for safekeeping. In a federal locker, a government vault. She did it. So let me tell you the one thing that would have saved her, and I want you to hold onto it like a railing. There is no such thing as a government vault. There is no federal locker. It does not exist. Not for emergencies, not for protected witnesses, not for identity theft victims, not for anybody. The United States government does not have a safe where it keeps your money for you. Everything else in this scam is smoke. Badge numbers, case files, official language, documents that look real, calls that get transferred, and none of it matters because you don't have to evaluate any of it. There's no vault, so it's a lie, so hang up. The FTC says it plainly. Government agencies will never tell you to transfer money to protect it, or deposit cash into a Bitcoin ATM, or hand off cash or gold to a courier. And a U.S. attorney's office put it even more flatly. It's all a lie. No one from the government will ever ask you to do these things. Only scammers will. Now, how do they want the money moved? A wire transfer. Cash fed into a Bitcoin machine at the grocery store. Stacks of cash handed to a courier who comes to your door. Or gold, actual gold bars. That's not something I made up for effect. In about 21% of the cases where people lost more than $100,000, they bought gold. Sit with that. Somebody's grandmother drove to a dealer, spent her retirement on gold bars, drove home, and handed them to a man in a car, because a voice on the phone told her the government needed to keep them safe. Now here's why this one works, and it's the most important thing I'll tell you. Every other scam makes you afraid of the caller. This one makes you afraid with him. He isn't your accuser. He's your ally. He's the one man who noticed what was happening to you, who called to warn you, who's going to help you fix it. Your defenses never come up because you don't think you're under attack. You think you're being rescued. And then he isolates you. The professor was told her cooperation required strict secrecy. She could not tell anyone, not her family, not other law enforcement, not even an FBI agent. Look at what that does. It's the same move as don't tell mom in the grandchild scam, just wearing a suit and a badge. It surgically removes every single person who could have told her the truth. Her daughter, her banker, the actual police, all of them gone in one sentence dressed up as national security. So here's what I'd do, and I want to say it plainly. I would hang up on the Drug Enforcement Administration. I mean that exactly as it sounds. If a man calls me claiming to be a federal agent and tells me my money needs to be moved, I will hang up on him, and I will sleep just fine. Because think about the trade. If I hang up on a real federal agent, the consequence is that a real federal agent is mildly annoyed. That's it. That's the whole downside. Nobody has ever gone to prison for hanging up on the government. And if I hang up on a fake one, I keep my retirement. That isn't a close call. The worst case is rudeness. The best case is everything you own. One more thing, the secrecy. Every version of this con contains one instruction that has nothing to do with the story and everything to do with keeping the con alive. Don't tell anybody. So make that your trigger. The moment anyone asks you to keep money business secret from your own family, that is your cue to pick up the phone and tell your family. Not later, right then. Reverse it exactly. And if it's already happened, if the money is gone and you're sitting there feeling like the stupidest person alive, hear this. She was a professor, a woman who thought carefully for a living, and the FBI put her story into the world precisely so that people like you would recognize it when it came for them. You weren't outsmarted, you were isolated, and then you were robbed by someone who does this for a living and who was very, very good at it. Now call your kids, and let's start making the calls that get some of it back.